coming up on City Spotlight. Season 12 continues on, and we're back in Macon County for another on-location episode in Decatur. First, we'll sit down for a third time with the mayor of Decatur, Julie Moore Wolfe. Julie will get us caught up on the latest in Decatur here as we start 2026. Public Works, including an update on the Brush College Road project. And Julie will let us in on the latest economic development moving forward in Decatur. Then we make another stop at Millikin University and talk with the new president of Millikin University, Dr. Dean Pribbenow. Dean will educate us on his journey to becoming Millikin's 17th president. And we'll get Dean's thoughts on recent campus renovation projects at Millikin. We're back in one of the largest communities we featured here on City Spotlight, Decatur, next on City Spotlight. City Spotlight on WEIU-TV is underwritten by the Illinois Arts Council, a state agency. And hello and welcome to another edition of City Spotlight as we tape here on January 30th, 2026. Glad to be inside on this very cold winter day, and we are back in Decatur for this latest Season 12 episode of City Spotlight, back at the Decatur Civic Center to talk once again for the third time here on the program, the mayor of Decatur, Julie Moore Wolfe. Julie, it's a pleasure to have you on again and long overdue.
Hey, we're glad to have you back. We always love having people in Decatur and give us a chance to show things off.
Absolutely. That's what we do on this program, tell you about what's going on in our local communities. And Julie, let's start first off with something we talked about 3 years ago when we last taped. The Brush College Road project had not quite started yet, and you fast forward this time now, you're in the final stages.
We are. The road should be 100% done late summer, and so we're excited about that. We've had phases of things where pieces obviously get done, but to have the entire thing done, and this is a long time coming. I mean, we first started looking at this project in 2010.
Wow.
So, but it took us a long time to get the money, and a longer time to get the money because costs kept going up.
Yes.
So just when you think you're ready to go, you had to come up with another $5 million. So it's been a group effort.
For folks at home that are watching this, that may be outside of the Decatur area, why is this project important to Decatur?
Well, it's a main artery to our major corporations, and we look at the northeast quadrant of Macon County as really where our economic development potential is for high-paying jobs, for a lot of excitement and a lot of economic development going on. So we had a railroad crossing that was blocked basically about 20 hours a week. Wow. And so, you know, when you have to bring everything to a halt, it's not good for business. It also is a major artery to our community college, but yes, many of our major employers, ADM and other companies that are out there. So it's critical that we allow transportation to be transportation in a great way.
The flow on that side of town will be greatly improved. You obviously in Decatur have many roads, inner city roads, highways, roads that bring people to Decatur. Any other notable road work that has been accomplished or moving forward that you'd like to share at this time?
Well, in conjunction with the Brush College Road, we have a Beltway project that is to connect the interstate to all the way really around the county, and it will be decades before we even get close to that.
True.
But you know, to try and keep progress going on that's out by our the grounds for the Farm Progress Show, which
yes,
happens every other year.
Yes.
So, but it's also absolutely critical as we try to attract more companies and industry to town.
Public Works, let's continue talking about that. A project in the Oakland Grand area. You have a sewer separation project, and that is still slated to start later this year?
We have a lot of sewer separation projects going on. You know, the federal government said you need to separate your sanitary sewers from your storm sewers, and we've been working on that for a really, really long time. I don't think we'll ever have all the sewers done.
Correct.
Yeah, I mean, once you get them done, you have to probably redo them. But
True.
You know, we're an older community. We have a lot of older sewers and things
Yes.
that need to be upgraded. We also have some great opportunities for a new water main that will bring more capacity to the northeast quadrant, and that's a $25 million water main that we expect to have approved here pretty soon, along with another sewer lift station. So we're setting the stage for a lot of industrial development, particularly in the northeast part of town.
You read my mind. That's next on my list. We're staying on that side of Decatur. And announced about a year ago or so, you have that area up there, I-72, Illinois Route 48, and there's some land up there that's going to be, some stuff's going to be done.
Well, if you drive out in that area or you happen to be going by, we have a lot of development. We've got a lot of new distribution centers happening out there. And I don't know if you had the chance to be in very many. They're massive from the outside. When you get inside, McLeod Trucking has a new distribution center, and you look out at everything they have in this warehouse, and it's massive. So it's fun to see that kind of development going on, and it just keeps happening.
And that type of expansion in that area, is that a part of Decatur that just continue where, wherever your city limits extend to, that you can continue to grow?
Absolutely, and we work very closely with the county too. And most people don't know where the roads are that are actually the cities or actually the counties. And so the county board and the city council have really worked in a strong partnership for the last decade or so to basically save the taxpayers money, because the more we work together on projects, the more success we have, and the better deal it is for taxpayers.
Thank you very much. And as I was researching, getting ready for this taping with Julie, I stumbled across this revitalization plan here, about 16 pages worth. And as you said right before we hit the record button, this will be a long-going thing, but it says now 2026 to 2029. Give us an overview of it.
Well, pretty much. Decatur's an older community, as we've talked about, but we've had a lot of blight in recent years where properties that just haven't been maintained. And so it's important to neighbors that you get those properties down. And it gets expensive, because when somebody walks away from a property or doesn't have the means to take it down, for a regular home, it's about $15,000 to demolish it, and that's fallen on the taxpayers of Decatur. If it's got asbestos, it's more like $30,000. So we try to take down and clear out areas to make them maybe prime for development, but also to help the neighborhood where they are right now. We've had some incredible success in some of our neighborhoods. The Johns Hill area is one example. We have a new school there, a new park and recreational facilities, and we've worked to make the neighborhood better too, with new sidewalks and lighting, and really a place for community and a place to grow. So every neighborhood is different. It has different strengths and different things that you can enhance. We've got another neighborhood where we are putting in an old school. We're renovating to make into an affordable senior housing complex. So to try and preserve the past while we build for the future, and really take into consideration the needs of our neighbors as well as our community.
All right, as we roll along here near the conclusion of our taping, thank you again, Julie, for coming on a third time. And I love numbers. And you are, Decatur was founded in 1829, so approaching that 200-year number.
Yes, we are.
You have been in the community about 30-ish.
Probably longer.
So 30 plus years, we'll say that. And you've now been the mayor of Decatur for 10 years.
I have.
Congrats on that. And as the community approaches 200 years old, your thoughts on the community, where it's at right now as a whole and moving forward?
Well, I think we've got a really exciting future ahead of us. 200 years is a pretty big milestone.
It is.
But a couple of years ago, we celebrated the 100-year anniversary of our lake, which was created for business in this community, turned the Sangamon River into a lake that we now use for great recreational development, entertainment, as well as for industry, and to attract more industry here. It's one of our greatest resources. We've got so much happening in this community right now to be excited about. I just really feel like the future looks bright.
In our next segment, we're going to talk with the new president of Millikin. I know there's some area over there near Millikin, as you drive a little bit toward downtown, that you're looking at maybe improving that area as well.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Millikin is just a crucial part of our community, but we really want the area between Millikin and downtown to look, like a very special place to live and to develop. I wish we would have one of those, hometowns sort of HGTV shows where someone would say, let's do all of the houses in this area, because there's incredible architecture and history, and it's such a beautiful area that we really want to make sure that it is preserved and enhanced for the future.
Last question for you, Julie. We're a month into the new year of 2026.
Hard to believe.
Yeah, it is. Where did it go? It was like Christmas yesterday. It's the new year. What are you happy for? New Year's resolutions. What are you happy for in the new year here in Decatur?
You know, I'm just really happy for the people of this community. Every town has its hardships now and then, but you know, we are able to really deal with problems that come up in a good way, to where we really try to take care of each other. Love that about this community, very generous community. We're going to have challenges like every community does, but I think our focus is on a bright future, great days ahead, and I'm excited for the year to come.
Catching up on the city of Decatur with Mayor Julie Moore Wolfe. It's been a pleasure taping with you 3 times on this program. Julie, it's been a lot of fun. Learned a lot about this great community right in the heart of Central Illinois, and wish nothing but the best for you moving forward.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time. Appreciate it. Coming up next here on City Spotlight, we'll head a little bit east, go to Millikin University to talk with their new president, Dr. Dean Pribbenow. But first, let's take a look at some of the upcoming activities going on in Decatur. And we're back here on City Spotlight as we continue this new on-location episode on Decatur as we tape here in Season 12. We're taping again on January 30th, 2026. We're back at Millikin University for a 5th time, taping at the Center for Theater and Dance, which we were at when it first opened 5+ years ago during the heart of COVID. So great to be back inside this beautiful new facility and to help us out. The 3rd president we have taped with here at Millikin University, the new president here at Millikin, Dr. Dean Pribbenow. Dean,
yes.
Welcome to the program. It's a pleasure to have you on.
Thank you so much. It's wonderful to be here. And I'm glad that you're still saying new. I'm in my 7th month now, but I figure at least for 12 months I get to call myself new.
I figured the first year it's probably a grace period. New is probably still an okay word to use.
Thank you.
17th president at Millikin, as Dean just mentioned. He started summer of 2025. We were here just under a year ago, so great to be back at Millikin, talking with another president here at Millikin. And let's, before we learn about the latest things that have happened here at this institution in Decatur over the past year, let's get to know Dean here. You're a first-time guest. Tell our audience about yourself and how you got to Millikin.
Well, thank you. It's a delight to be here. And I have been in higher education almost my entire professional career. I taught high school English for 3 years coming out of college, and for the rest of that time have been working in higher education throughout the Midwest. I do have to confess often right away that I'm from Wisconsin,
Okay.
with the exception of 8 years growing up in Iowa and the last 5.5 years in Elmhurst, Illinois. I've spent my entire life growing up in Wisconsin. So yes, I am a Packer fan and a Bucks and a Brewers. And
I won't hold that against you.
I appreciate that. You know, people are pretty graceful about that and gracious about that down here. But yeah, I spent the last 5.5 years at Elmhurst University. Before that, I was at a small college in Madison, Wisconsin, and have been here since July 1, as you mentioned. My father's a pastor, so I'm a PK, as they often say, a pastor's kid. I'm one of 6, and have siblings throughout the Midwest. My wife and I have a blended family. We have 6 children altogether, ages range 20 to 26, and 2 girls and 4 boys, all adults now at this point. So we're one short of the Brady Bunch, as we often tease. And she's a full-time faculty member at an institution in Iowa. She's a remote faculty member, so works well. So we have thoroughly enjoyed our time here in Decatur so far.
All right, so thank you for that introduction. Great size family, all your locations you've been, and all those previous stops along the way. How did they prepare you for this latest stop? And I guess the second part of the question would be, why Millikin?
Yeah, I appreciate that question. So, you know, I consider myself for always as an educator, and And so my various roles, both in student affairs, which is how I got my start in higher education, and then in academic affairs as a faculty member, as a dean, and yes, I was Dean, as they used to call me, and then as a vice president for academic affairs and now president. I think I have tried to take advantage of every opportunity I've been presented with to really become a student of higher education. My doctoral degree is in higher education, and so I do consider myself a student. And so in that sense, I take a step back and I study all the different facets and am interested in all the different facets of higher education. And so all of those different experiences and opportunities that I've been provided with have helped prepare me for Millikin. Millikin really stood out for me as a unique opportunity. I was looking for a smaller institution, an institution that put students at the center of the experience, that was heavily focused on relationships and on experiential learning, something we call here performance learning, and that was located in a place that really mattered to the city in which it was located, and Millikin checks all of those boxes. Good. And so when I saw this opportunity, and I was able to have an opportunity to stay in the Midwest, this one rose to the top.
And what have you learned about this institution in your little over half a year that you've been here?
Yeah, so much. First of all, you expect when you arrive as a new president, people are going to, put on their best presentation of the place, and certainly that has happened. My wife and I have been overwhelmed by the graciousness, the generosity, the warmth that we have felt. I think what has surprised us, I will say two things, more than two, but two I'll talk about. One has been the deep love and affection for this place, both by the people who work here and the students who are educated here, but by the local community. It is really just striking to me how much people pay attention to what we do, how much they engage with the different opportunities that we have on campus, how much they care about the life of this institution and recognize it's important to the broader area. The second thing I will say that really struck us was just the impact. I know a lot of colleges and universities get concerned that they educate their students and then they all leave the area and go somewhere else. And we joke about this. There's that saying about 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon. Everybody sort of knows everybody. True. We talk about this as 1 to 2 degrees of Millikin. I can't go a day in the community without running into somebody who has some kind of connection. Either they went to Millikin, family members, other relatives. Somehow they have a connection to this institution. And to me, that is simply just one example of the critical importance of this place to this region.
I can relate to you on that. In my travels doing this program, 30-some communities, we're affiliated with Eastern Illinois University. I'm an EIU grad, and someone will say, "Oh, I went to EIU," or this person. It's the same for what you just said there about Millikin. We're everywhere.
We are. That's right.
All right, very good. This campus that you are now leading here, as we're at the beginning of 2026, over the 6 years that I have taped this program, it has been unique to see the transformation of all the places that I've been for this program, but here in the 6 years that I've taped here at Millikin, these 5 trips, it has been amazing to see already a beautiful campus from the first time I stepped on this campus to tape with now 2 presidents ago, and all that you have blossomed up here. Obviously, this facility that we're taping in here, I can't believe it's been 5 years, and it still wows me coming in here again. But not too long after you got started last summer, the new athletic facility opened. Yes. Talk about that addition. Yeah, the David J. and Deborah C. Rathje Athletic Center is a remarkable space, and we had the joy of being able to cut the ribbon on that facility during the first weekend in October, our homecoming, and we had hundreds of people here to help celebrate that. It was about a $12.3 million, I think around 17,000 square foot project. Wow. And what that does for our campus, just both in terms of its presence, but more importantly, what it does for our student athletes is tremendous. It is a space that provides a state-of-the-art strength and conditioning facility, athletic training facilities, coaches' offices, meeting areas, locker room space. It is just it was meeting a need that we have.
48% of our incoming class this past fall identifies student athletes.
Wow.
And that's a growing number for us. And so I think we owe it to those students to make sure we're providing them with high quality facilities.
I wish I had more time to tape with you, Dr. Pribbenow. Millikin is this year, after your inauguration this coming spring, it'll be the I guess the official, unofficial, however you want to word it, kickoff to Millikin celebrating 125 years. So you get to be here, be a part of that for the next however many years, 125 years of Millikin moving forward. What does it mean to you to be here and lead this next part of Millikin's story, I guess?
Yeah. It's a humbling experience, actually, for me to be here. I do view leadership as stewardship, and this campus, this institution is really a gift. It's a gift to this area. It's a gift to our students. It's a gift to our faculty and staff, and to be in a spot to provide leadership and steward that gift over however long I'm here is a tremendous thing. 125 years. I believe that I've been told that you pronounce that Cosquicentennial is the 125th.
There's been a few communities in Central Illinois that have been celebrating that number. So it's that milestone when things were being created here.
It is, and so we look back to 1901 when we were founded, and we stand on the shoulders of all the people who have invested time and energy and vision to get this place to where it is. And I think anytime you mark an anniversary like this, you look at traditions and you look at where you've been, and more importantly, then you look to say, where are we going? And what's our purpose? How have the student demographics changed? How has the landscape changed externally that we need to be responsive to? And so I've challenged the campus to that. I've challenged them to think about, what are we being called to as an institution in terms of who we serve and how we serve them? And this kickoff in April is on April 10th. It's on campus, is a chance to celebrate that and kick off a year long of really celebration of where we've been, where we are, and where we're going.
I'm glad we're able to kind of give the audience at home a little bit of a preview of that's what's to come here at Millikin here this coming spring. And it's been a pleasure having Dr. Dean Pribbenow, the 17th president at Millikin University. Dean, it's been a pleasure having you on, and I wish you nothing but success and this institution, all the success moving forward.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Go Big Blue.
Go Big Blue. All right. And that's Dr. Dean Pribbenow, the newest president here at Millikin University, as we close on our latest City Spotlight episode on Decatur. Thank you for watching. 30 communities and 11 plus seasons of covering Central and Southeastern Illinois on City Spotlight on WEIU. Our journey is coming to a close. We will have a special 1-hour series finale highlighting some of our favorite moments from the features we have done here on City Spotlight. Don't miss the 1-hour series finale of City Spotlight, the final spotlight, episode 261, May 6th at 7 p.m. on WEIU TV. Thank you for tuning in to City Spotlight. You can check out past episodes, including the one you're watching right now, on YouTube. To check out recent episodes of Central and Southeastern Illinois towns featured on City Spotlight, search on YouTube, City Spotlight, with the show number and the name of the town. Listed on your screen are the last 5 episodes of City Spotlight. City Spotlight on WEIU TV is underwritten by the Illinois Arts Council, a state agency